Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Muy buenos días a todos y bienvenidos. On behalf of the City of Laredo, welcome to this historic press conference where we celebrate a major milestone for our region, the official approval of the presidential permit for the expansion of the Colombia Solidarity International Bridge. This development marks a transformative moment for Laredo and the entire U.S.-Mexico border, reaffirming our city's leadership in global trade and binational cooperation. Today's announcement is the result of collaborative efforts across all levels of government, and we're very honored to have some of our strongest partners here with us today. So welcome, everyone. Before we begin, I want to present our guests this morning that are joining us. First and foremost, the Mayor of the City of Laredo, the Honorable Dr. Victor Treviño, and his wife, Ms. Rosa Marquez de Treviño. Representando al Estado de Nuevo León, el Director General de Puerto Colombia, Dr. Marco González Valdés. Y un poquito más tarde, el gobernador también se va a estar conectando vía Zoom. Also, we have U.S. Representative from Texas District 28, the Honorable Congressman Henry Cuellar. Representing U.S. Senator, the Honorable John Corning, is Ana Garcia. We also have representative from U.S. Senator, the Honorable Ted Cruz, is Josh Rojas. Representing Texas State Representative, House District 42, the Honorable Richard Peña Raymond, is Hector Lipatiño. Representing the Webb County Sheriff, the Honorable Martin Cuellar, is Captain Dennis Garcia. Representing our city management, City Manager, Mr. Joseph Nebb. Assistant City Manager, Mr. Jose Valdez Jr. Assistant City Manager and City Engineer, Mr. Ramon Chavez. Our City Secretary, Mr. Mario Maldonado. Our Bridge System Director, Ms. Elsa Hinojosa. And our Laredo International Airport Director, Mr. Gilberto Sanchez. To begin today's program, I'd like to welcome a leader who continues to advocate for innovation and progress here in our community. Please help me welcome our Mayor, Dr. Victor Treviño.
Thank you and good morning. Dr. Victor Treviño, Mayor for the City of Laredo. We are here to announce and celebrate a historic milestone with the presidential approval of the Colombia Solidarity Bridge by President Donald Trump. This comes on the heels of approval of the World Trade Bridge expansion by President Biden last year. And what this highlights and solidifies is Laredo's strategic importance to the United States as the #1 port of entry in the Western Hemisphere. And it's over 40% of Mexican goods crossing through our port of entry. This is also expected to move Laredo up the list on the top 10 ports of entry in the world when it comes to international trade and container crossings. Even with these incredible announcements today, this was the result of a long sequence of events and meetings with the State Department and White House with 2 different administrations. It also included a strong bipartisan and binational team. I want to especially thank Congressman Cuellar, thank you very much, and also Senator Cruz and Senator Cornyn for their work in the Senate, because without the original change in legislation, we would not have been able to fast these bridge projects. I want to thank President Trump for his approval and belief on our application, and as mayor, I have always believed and stated that international trade is the fastest way to spread democracy around the world, and when asked about other bridge projects in our area, I have always supported them. Because I strongly believe that we do not provide economic opportunities along a border other criminal organizations will. I note that the Congressman shares this philosophy, but this also highlights the reality that more trade is better for everyone. And Laredo cannot stay number one by keeping everyone else out of the game. Our success was achieved and will continue with the creation of strong partnerships. And because Laredo has been in the bridge business for over 100 years, we will continue to lead the United States along with the strong domestic and binational partnerships. Our binational partners were a big part of the success on the Colombia Solidarity Bridge, which included our strong binational collaboration with Governor Samuel Garcia and President Sheinbaum. The bridge expansion will be a part of Governor Garcia's administration legacy and will create new opportunities for both our communities. I also want to thank Councilman Mendoza for his leadership because he has fully knows and from the pandemic and other challenges, diplomacy has always been so celebratory in our border, and sometimes it is not, but we have always found a way to deal with them directly in diplomatic maturity. So in conclusion, this is a historic moment and a milestone in Laredo's bridge history with the approval of Colombia's Solidarity Bridge. And it will ensure the prosperity for our community for years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. I also wanted to welcome Mexican Consulate General in Laredo, Ambassador Juan Carlos Mendoza. Thank you so much for being with us today. Now at this time, please join me in welcoming a longtime champion also for our border region and one of the key advocates who helped secure this presidential permit, Congressman Henry Cuellar.
Good morning. It's definitely a good morning for Laredo. It's a good morning for Texas. It's a good morning for the United States, and it's certainly a good morning for Mexico. Congratulations to all of y'all. It's my pleasure to be here with the mayor, Senator Cornyn, Senator Cruz's office to officially announce this presidential approval to expand the Colombia bridge, a bridge that not only expands a river, but also connects people, communities on both sides of the border. I want to take a moment just to recognize so many people that were involved in this. First of all, I want to thank President Trump and his team. I know that just last week I sat down with the OMB and the White House about this, and we're talking about the importance of Laredo because a lot of people still think that it's the big cities that have the big bridges. I'm talking about LA, Long Beach. But I want to thank President Trump. Certainly I want to thank Senator Cruz and Senator Cornyn. We got both Annie and Joshua. Where we worked on this legislation, and you're right, with this legislation, we would have still been waiting on this. I want to thank the city of Laredo, Mayor. Thank you so much. The council, Joe Neeb, and the city managers. I want to thank y'all for working so hard to get this done also. And certainly our Mexican friends, I'll start with the consulate because you got to have the State Department involved on both sides. And I want to thank the governor, Samuel Garcia. I was texting him last night and say, hey, sorry about the short notice, but we got this notice late yesterday, and I thought it was important that we put this together. So I want to thank him for that. Marco, thank you so much for all the work, and you certainly have worked so hard with the governor to improve the numbers, and they have grown. And Karen, it's always a pleasure seeing you also here. So I certainly want to thank everybody. You know, this partnership ensures that trade, opportunity, and prosperity continues to flourish right here in Laredo, here in South Texas. This marks the fifth international bridge in Laredo to receive a presidential permit in the last 5-6 years, more than any other region in the United States. 5 of them, and I will go with that in a few minutes. It is a record, Mayor, so congratulations to you all. The 5 bridges, somebody said, no, there's 4. I said, no, there's actually 5. Let me explain them. First of all, the number 1 priority is the World Trade Bridge. That got presidential permit. The expansion of the Colombia Bridge, number 2. The expansion of the Green Corridors freight transportation, number 3. It's a private one that I think they're signing an agreement with the city. The Laredo 4-5, long-term in the future, but we need that bridge also. And then the expansion of the Kansas City Southern International Second Bridge that we got under President Trump 1. So those are 5 bridges permits, and no other place has gone this number. So city, thank you so much, Mayor. So this latest expansion of the Columbia Bridge is another step forward, making sure that we expand capacity, strengthen the economic engine that drives our region and our nation along with Mexico. Laredo's already is the 9th largest port of entry in the whole world. The first 9, and this is for Senator Cruz and Senator Cornyn's people, because we got to look at this. The first 8 are Chinese ports, Hong Kong and other ones. So we got to make sure that America is number 1, and we got to make sure that Laredo stays as number 1 in the country here. So we're the 9th largest in the world, and with this one, I think with all this expansions, once we're done, I think we're going to move up on that. There's one that I think we can surpass soon. So what does it mean to have this Columbia Bridge? This expansion means a lot because, again, it's not only about commerce, it's also about connection, a place where people, goods, ideas, and cultures cross freely and safely. Every day, this bridge carries the hopes and the hard work of thousands of people on both sides of the border. It keeps businesses thriving, families united because they're working, and communities growing stronger. With this continued investment and cooperation, we're turning this crossing into one of the most efficient, secure, modern ports of entry, the Port of Laredo along the U.S.-Mexico border. This means shorter wait times for truckers and businesses, safer, smoother crossings for the truckers, and new opportunities for job creation and economic growth right here in Laredo and in South Texas. But make no mistake, this bridge also stands for something even greater. Our shared belief that the border infrastructure can be secured, can be strong, and compassionate on both sides of the border. We're not building walls that divide us. We're building bridges that unite us. And also, as Joseph Strauss, who was the engineer behind the Golden Gate Bridge, once said, the bridge is a symbol of man's eternal struggle to unite, connect, and reach across great divides. And that's precisely what this bridge today does for both nations. The numbers, and I make sure I check, Jose, with your folks. In fiscal year 2024, this bridge crossed or processed over 750 commercial vehicles, making it the 3rd busiest commercial crossing in the southern border. World Trade Bridge and Otay Mesa there in California, the 3rd. Colombia's number 3. In Texas, it's a World Trade Bridge, and Colombia is number 2 in Texas. So in Laredo, we have the number 1 and the number 2 bridges here. And I think, Marco, with you and the governor and all your folks, the numbers are going to increase. I know y'all have been working very hard, over 2,600 commercial trucks daily. And as we were there the other day in the middle of the bridge, we talked about what this means to expand the capacity for Nuevo León, and of course for Tamaulipas, means a lot for both sides. The Columbia Bridge also is a key to make sure that we keep trade moving, because trade between the U.S. and Mexico has been growing. Laredo is the gateway to U.S.-Mexico trade. And this expansion guarantees that we stay that way. Today, Mexico is the United States' largest trading partner, over $800 billion last year, and I think it's going to continue growing. I think soon, in the next few years, we will reach $1 trillion of trade between the U.S. and Mexico. So over $800 billion, but the Port of Laredo has over $300 billion. Think about that. $800 billion plus for the whole U.S., and more than a third, 35%, comes through the Port of Laredo of all the trade between the U.S. and Mexico. And as you know, Mayor, 7% increase here in the Laredo port from last year. And again, this is something that I think we're now reaching about 20,000 trucks a day, which is just amazing when you include all of the Port of Laredo. So again, I just want to say to all of y'all that it's not only the presidential permits, and as I was talking to the White House about this, we said, hey, but we also need your help on infrastructure. As you know, under the bipartisan infrastructure a couple years ago, Laredo got the largest amount of money we've ever gotten for infrastructure, over $1.9 billion. 80% of that is federal dollars. It goes through the state, Mr. Patino, 20% from the state, 80% federal dollars come in, over $1.9 billion, but we need to push the governor and the state transportation that they need to do more here for our border area, especially now with 5 new permits that we have. On top of that, I'm working with Senator Cornyn, Senator Cruz, not only on transportation, but making sure that we not only have men and women in green, but the men and women in blue and the support staff, RFO. Under the current appropriation bills that we have, we do that. We have money for technology, non-intrusive technology, so we can have that in there, but also the men and women in blue, ag inspectors also, and of course the support staff itself also. As you know, we also got the first $15 million for the checkpoint C-29, which is Charlie Checkpoint 29, which is important. By this summer, they should have the design if they're on time. So we'll follow up on that. And then that would tell us whether it's going to be over $150 million, which I think it probably will be. And we'll work together to get the money for Charlie Checkpoint 29. Why is that important? Because that checkpoint, if it was a port of entry, it would be the 4th largest port of entry in the whole country. And as you know, there are bottlenecks there, so we will work with both senators to make sure that we get this done. So again, in conclusion, I want to thank President Trump, Senator Cornyn, Senator Cruz, and the city for working with us to make sure that I know the governor, I think, is going to be in a Zoom in a few minutes, so I certainly want to thank the governor, Marco, Karen, all of y'all, and of course, Consul, muchas gracias por todo, porque queremos no muros, pero queremos puentes, porque el Río Bravo los une como dos naciones. So again, when we build bridges, it's not just between places, but between people. We create new possibilities, open new doors, and shape a brighter future. And may these bridges that we build in here in Laredo, that we're building, will carry us to even a greater tomorrow. So with that, Mayor, all of y'all, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. Muchas gracias. Ahora tenemos el honor de contar con la presencia vía virtual, que ya lo estoy viendo, de un líder regional cuya colaboración es fundamental para el éxito de esta expansión y para seguir fortaleciendo los lazos entre nuestras comunidades fronterizas. Su visión y compromiso en el desarrollo económico binacional ha sido clave para avanzar en proyectos como este. Recibamos con un fuerte aplauso al gobernador del estado de Nuevo León, Samuel García Sepúlveda.
Good morning, everyone. Today is an historic day for Nuevo León. We are very happy. every day I'm becoming more Texan. Remember I told you that my grandfather, Samuel Garcia Acevedo, was born in Rosita, Texas, and I'm willing to accomplish a major connection between Nuevo León and Texas. And definitely today it's a strong and historic day with the permit yesterday was signed by the White House. So from the governor to all the people in the auditorium, now I will approach you like family, not only colleagues. I want to first thank my good friend Victor and his wife. They have been very supportive with Nuevo León. They believe in the project of the Gloria Colombia Highway and make all the effort to triple the crossings from Nuevo León to Laredo. So Mayor Victor, thank you very much for all your support. Send a hug to your wife and to your family, and I will see you, I hope, very soon. As soon as Mariana gets his birth, the second child, we will go again to Laredo to visit and to chop baby clothes. Also, a big hug to our Senator Ted Cruz, Senator Corney. Since the meeting we had in Texas, I realized that they were also very supportive with these bills. And I would like to thank both senators' offices that they have been continually going to our border to every celebration, to every event that we invite them. Also, a special hug to my friend Henry Cuellar. We have been friends for many years since I was senator, since I was a local legislator. He has been coming to the Nuevo León Congress, to the main palace of Nuevo León, and it's a pleasure. What I just heard from you, from your paper, it's amazing the big potential Laredo has with these new bridges. And obviously send a big hug to Juan Carlos Mendoza, our consulado, that in the worst times in COVID, he was always supportive with the vaccines for Nuevo León youth. Well, I have many people to thank because for me it's an historic day. It's a legacy, what it has been done for Nuevo León. I want to thank Governor Abbott, President Trump, CBP officials, and everyone for this big expansion of the Laredo Colombia port. We have been in office for 3 years, and in just 3 years, we have tripled the crossings, the revenue, the numbers. So I invite you to imagine what's gonna happen in 2 or 3 years that these two bridges and the corridor project is done. It's gonna be unbelievable, the numbers, the crossings, the commerce that is gonna be made between Nuevo León and Laredo. It's for us an amazing day because this means not only dollars, not only pesos, it means trust, it means reciprocity, it means brotherhood between our city, between our state and the US and Texas. You will always have our support. Indeed, I would like you to come in 360 days to the World Cup. You just won a special suite in the Rayados Stadium in exactly 1 year. And I really hope this this true friendship continues, Nuevo León is going to work to continue being #1 economic state, the motor state of Mexico. We will be investing a lot of millions and dollars for becoming the safest, the powerful border Nuevo León wished 100 years ago with Bernardo Reyes when he was our governor around, imagine, 1 century ago. And today, that wish is accomplished with these new bridges. So thank you very much. You will always be welcome to Nuevo León, and I hope to see you very soon. Bridges, not walls. Big applause for everyone in Laredo. Big applause.
Muchas gracias al gobernador. Finally, representing the office of U.S. Senator John Cornyn, another key supporter and advocate for border infrastructure improvements, please help me welcome Ana Garcia.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, Governor, un fuerte abrazo de parte del senador. Thank you for your leadership. We appreciate you. Also, I'd like to thank President Trump for signing today's announcement, presidential permit. It is definitely a great day for the city of Laredo. Senator Cornyn is in Washington. Unfortunately, couldn't be here, but Mayor, Congressman, he asked me to send a letter, or he sent a letter for me to read on his behalf. And it says, "Dear friends, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the city of Laredo on this momentous approval of the presidential permit for the expansion of the Colombia Solidarity International Bridge. This approval reflects years of strategic vision, binational cooperation, and persistent advocacy. The permit not only paves the way for critical infrastructure enhancement, but also strengthens the economic, logistical, and collaborative efforts between the United States and Mexico. The expansion of the Colombia Bridge represents a transformative investment in our border region. It will enhance commercial throughput, reduce congestion, and reinforce the Port of Laredo's standing as a vital trade gateway for North America. Most importantly, it positions the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities for substantial growth, job creation, and long-term prosperity. I want to thank my friend, Mayor Dr. Victor Trevino, the City Council, Congressman Cuellar, Senator Cruz, and our state partners for their unwavering dedication to move this critical project forward. And I look forward to seeing this positive impact it will have for years to come. I was honored to support this project, and as your senior U.S. Senator, I will continue to fight for the city of Laredo's continued economic growth and prosperity. Congratulations once again on this historic milestone. I send my best wishes, and may God bless you, the city of Laredo, and the state of Texas. Sincerely, John Cornyn, United States Senator.
Thank you, Ms. Garcia. Thank you all to our speakers and partners for your continued support and leadership in this project. This is truly a proud day for Laredo, like we mentioned, and for the entire region. With this permit, we move one step closer to a stronger, more connected, and more prosperous future for our communities on both sides of the border. At this time, we will conclude this press conference, but I know that Mayor Dr. Trevino and Congressman Henry Cuellar will be available for media interviews. Thank you all for being here, and have a great day.
Una, dos.